I don't normally do videos on gear I'd never recommend. I regard it as a waste of time, and especially when it's a new or small company of which I've never heard, I'm not particularly interested in making life more difficult for those of us who have bravely chosen the risky path of entrepreneurship. I'd much rather offer constructive feedback directly to the company and wish them well, something I have in fact done a number of times before. But today, I'm going to make an exception. Hey everybody, I'm Hugh Brownstone for Three Blind Men and an Elephant, and I will just cut to the chase. AstrHori's, I'm not sure how that's pronounced actually, 40mm f5.6 full-frame lens for the Leica M mount is an intriguing concept. An absolutely tiny manual focus wide normal optic with exceptional image quality at a bargain basement price which practically screams street photography, made possible primarily by the unambitious but rather clever maximum aperture of f5.6 and a relatively low-cost but ever more skilled labor pool. After all, when zone focusing with a manual focus lens, an aperture of f5.6 or f8 is practically de rigueur, and also where just about any lens's maximum image quality is obtained. So when an email popped up from a company I'd never heard of to review just this lens, technically speaking, I think this means this video is sponsored by AstrHori because they sent me one with no expectation that it would be returned. I said, sure, I'll give it a try. I have a soft spot for startups. After they answered a number of questions I posed because I didn't want to waste my time or theirs. An email exchange later, the lens arrived quickly and, to my pleasant surprise, came ambitiously packaged. Three things, however, quickly became evident. One, build quality was disappointing compared to other low-cost lenses I've seen from China. Two, more alarmingly, the Infinity hard stop out of the box was downright, it was mushy. Three, the instructions called for an awkward manual calibration wherein the buyer was instructed to go outside, focus on an object 10 meters away, and then, using the included screwdriver, adjust the cam inside the lens by first loosening 2 screws and then moving the cam itself by half, perhaps a whole millimeter at a time, 2 or 3 times until it was properly calibrated. And 4, during the second round of adjustments, one of the 2 screws either became stripped or stripped the hole into which it had been set. All of which is to say, A, I couldn't calibrate the lens. B, I couldn't use the lens. C, the lens shouldn't have to be calibrated by the purchaser and shouldn't be adjustable at all. It should be locked down at the factory, properly calibrated. I imagine M-mount shooters would happily pay an extra, 25% or more for a lens with the kind of performance the MTF chart they sent me suggests, especially if it had build quality to go with it. And D, it was, after all, a waste to spend any time with this lens. It never should have been shipped in that condition. Although I was willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, they were unwilling to send a second copy, so I had no opportunity to evaluate whether or not this was a one-off problem, let alone assess whether the MTF chart they sent me was real or something south of sales puffery. But what was really interesting, by far what was most interesting, was this. As I just said, I did contact them. I did explain that I'd rather share my findings with them so that they could address the issues than do a review. Because the review would be straightforward, ending up looking something like, well, yeah, just like this. To which the person who had originally contacted me responded by encouraging me to post the review anyway because, as he explained it to me, this would be the best way for the company to improve. So, done. Maybe I'll never hear from them again. Maybe you won't either. But maybe, just maybe, they'll be back with something that lives up to the concept. I would really like that for them. If you like what you've seen here today, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, join the conversation in the comment section below because this is an exceptional audience. If you'd like help with a portfolio review, gear selection, finding or honing your artistic voice, sign up for a one-on-one mentoring video call via Zoom at 3bmep.com/booking. Finally, please consider supporting our work by using the no-cost affiliate links down below. sending us coffee money via PayPal, or most especially joining us on Patreon, links down below as well. However you choose to support us, as always, we thank you for it.